Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Justin, WI4EC, and this is Blackbeard's Radio. Today I'm going to show you my latest project. You've seen my mobile setup for my 891. It hasn't changed a whole lot recently, but I just added a Yaesu FT-7900R. I think that's it anyway. So check this out. All right, we'll start in the cab. So I'm actually a member of a couple of Facebook groups for Yaesu 891s, and there was a gentleman, gosh, I wish I could remember his name. Either way, there was a gentleman in an FT-891 users group on Facebook that had two radios mounted vertically like this, and I asked him what kind of bracket it was, and he told me that this bracket is a ram mount fish finder bracket, excuse me. I already had the ram mount for my last configuration with just my 891. So I went online and I found a fish finder bracket that had the right bolt pattern so I can make something happen with both radios. On the back of the 891, I actually just have that secured. The faceplate of the 891 has a M5 by 8 mil screw. I think that's the exact screw size that I'm using, but it's an M5 bolt or screw. So I just drilled a hole kind of like this little dot in the center, but I centered it up down here, and I put a crush washer in between the radio and the faceplate or the mounting plate, and then I just tighten the bolt to it and away she goes. She's pretty sturdy. I'm gonna order an M5 wing nut screw off of probably eBay or something, and that way I can quickly dismount my faceplate for my 891 whenever I want to do portable operations for POTA and such. So I just mounted everything up, left the mount the same, just kind of adjusted it. This is my car charger for my phone. So I actually cleaned up all the wires. I ran an external speaker. This Cat 5 cable is actually the mic jack for my 891. And the mic on the Yaesu FT-7900, it actually plugs into the side of the radio, which is fairly convenient, I'll be honest. So, quick operation. The one thing that I want to do is I want to tie this into a key switch relay, and that way I can't operate it without the key in the on position. It's been in my truck for less than 30 minutes, and I've already walked away from it and left it on. So, you know, what do you do? But I'll get to that eventually. But you can see the radio functions. Let's see if I can grab the repeater.
AC4RC repeater.
There we go. I got into one of the repeaters. Make sure I shut that off. I actually ran all the wires behind the dash and under my console, and I took the time this time to actually hide the wires instead of just kind of run them underneath floor mats. So hold on for 2 seconds. I'll change to the back seat and I'll show you where I mounted the brain of the radio. All right, so this is under the back passenger side of my rear seat. There is the mount for my 891. I don't have the brain box in here yet. It's still in my shack in the Pelican case. Last time I used it was out on a picnic table for POTA. But this is the FT-7900, the VHF UHF rig that I just got, new to me. It's not grounded. Just have coax running from the antenna. This is a pre-made up coax that goes straight to the antenna itself. These are M4 by 6 thumb screws that I buy off of eBay. This is why I know I can get the M5s that are 8 mil long for the 891, because the guy sells multiple sizes of them. You can actually see in my cup holder, I keep the ones for my 891. That's my grounding screw. I actually bought a couple grounding thumb wing nuts from them as well, and that way I can ground my 891, because there's my ground wire, because it actually, with running the ham sticks, it needs the ground wires. But that's it. Just kind of mounted it on the side of the transmission tunnel. This is vacant by like 16 inches all the way around this whole space underneath the cab. From there, the coax runs under the carpet through a grommet that I've sealed with silicone, Gorilla Tape, more silicone and Gorilla Tape on the bottom side of the truck. It runs under and then up, and I have it secured to the frame in a few spots. And then it runs under my toolbox here. And I left the sticker on the antenna so that I could make sure to show you the antenna, because I had to do 0 tuning. It's a HYS. Item number is this line, and there's the frequency range right there. But it came with an L bracket mount, not a what they call a mirror clamp mount. It was just a simple L bracket. Total antenna length, I think, is 22 inches or 21 inches. The whip itself is only 19 inches, and then the rest of it is from here up. It's a NMO mount, or I think that's right, but it's the one with the big brass ring that's about 1.25 inches around, and this whole shell sits on it. I live in the middle of my town, in the middle of all my repeaters, and they sell little dome antennas that don't have a whip, that are just a little larger than this. And I'm going to see if I can find one for UHF, VHF, just to clean up the whip, because I don't mind the look of the whip. But I do worry about getting stuff in and out of my toolbox and just beating the mess out of it. So that's the only thing I'm going to look to change possibly moving forward. But yeah, I didn't want to film the whole video. I'll switch camera views for you. I didn't want to film the whole video. I was going to film the entire install of it. And as soon as I realized how long it was going to take me to pull all the carpet up, to pull all the panels off, I had to drill like 3 different holes in 3 different panels, and I figured y'all probably wouldn't be interested in, it took me 3 hours and 20 minutes to do, and I figured nobody would want to stick around for a 3 hour and 20 minute install. And I knew it was going to take 2 or 3 hours as soon as I touched it, to be honest. Everything's ran up and through, and it's actually ran into my rockers, up and over in the dashboard, and then actually drilled a hole in the inside of my console here, and I poked the wires out here, and I chose to do it inside right here, which you can't see, but it's on the back side. That way, for resale value, I wouldn't end up with a 1/2 inch hole anywhere here closer to the ram mount. Oh, sorry. I don't know if you could have seen that. Oh, you could have saw that. Sorry. But yeah, so that's it. Take some of that. Dropped you on my seat. At least it was on the seat this time and not the ground. So all in all, I'm really happy with it. Super pumped that I finally have that thing mounted and operational. The first time I grabbed a random repeater with it, neighbor driving by, I threw up my call and told him I mounted a new radio, and I was looking for anybody available for a radio test, and somebody came back immediately and said, man, the thing sounds great. I didn't have to tune that antenna. I've had it on 2 meters and 70 centimeters. Worked great, had great signal reports. They said that I full quieted the repeater with 0 static. One of the repeaters is cheating. It is about a mile that way from me. I am on the back side of it, but still really close. So, but the other repeater I'm like 12 miles away from, and they said it was perfect. I sounded great. So again, that antenna I bought off of eBay, and not eBay, I bought the antenna off of Amazon, and it was only like $20. I'll try and post a link if I can find it down below in the description. And I was worried I was going to have to tune the whip, because I have ham sticks, and I know that with the whip, it takes a lot of tuning, and it's a pain in the butt to tune them. A little bit here, and sometimes an inch matters, and sometimes a 16th of an inch matters. But for some reason, this one just plug and play, and ta-da, it's working great. All right, guys, I'm Justin, WI4EC. I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas, and I probably won't post anything else unless it's a short until after the New Year. New Year's Eve's my anniversary, so I'll probably be hanging with the wife and the fam. Happy holidays. I'm Justin, WI4EC, Blackbeard's Radio. Please like and subscribe.